Hello everyone and welcome back to Shapez 2. Today we're making crystals, and not the drug kind, the crystal kind. Alright, I have no idea what I meant by that intro, but loading back in, we did just complete our task here for the yellow whatever that is, so why don't we go ahead and get that claimed first. Yellow bug, right. Alright, we can start working on that next part later, but first, let's unlock this milestone for crystals. Let's spice things up a bit with crystals. Fill fluid into empty gaps or pins of a shape and harden it with the crystal generator. We tried our best, but they still seem a little fragile, so don't cut or stack them. Oh. Okay, so the crystal has to always happen last, it looks like. Interesting. Okay, and it looks like we got 3 new side tasks with, of course, the main task. And it looks like our main task is going to be this thing. But didn't it say not to stack them? So it looks like this is going to have to be pins, right? Interesting. Okay, I think that's actually doable. I think this is making sense to me. Okay, so before we do that, let me go pin our next new 3 tasks down here, and that is all of the tasks completed. There's none left after this one, so I would assume that this is the last milestone. Oh, how exciting. Anyways, we can go claim another operator level. It looks like this operator is also coming in, and looks like this one will as well once we complete milestone 9. All right, I guess let's go ahead and get started on some things. Okay, our Shapez 1 logo just got done, so now we're going to need to stack a pinned square on the side there. That should be pretty simple, so why don't we just go ahead and get to that right now. All we really had to do was mine these, rotate them so we can cut off this left half right here, put a pin in it, rotate it, push it over here, and stack them together. This is the shape we are making, and we're already getting some shipped in. Alrighty. The next step on that one, though, it is going to be a little awkward. We take a look here, we're going to have to paint the corners white, which is, yeah, that's kind of annoying. So we'll probably end up coming down here, and then we'll just smash them together and then paint them over here. But that'll be done later. We don't really need to worry about that. I think I'm going to be focusing on doing tasks for the first part of this episode, just because there's a lot of tasks, and I'm fairly certain once we get this, we're just kind of done. So, like, let's probably get everything done before milestone 9 completes. That kind of makes sense, you know? Okay, let's see. What up next? This should be working. This should be working. This isn't. That isn't. Shapes are, we just got to do some stuff, man. A pinned diamond. Should we do that one next? Well, you know what? Why don't we just go down the list and then just do these? So what do we need here? We need a cyan circle. Pin the cyan circle, put it on that shape, and then paint that part white. Yeah, that should be pretty simple. So we need all 3 colors, circles, and then a half square that we need to find. This right here looks absolutely perfect for this. We've got like diagonal circles that we can just slot a square piece in. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and mark this as task, obviously, and then paste that code in there, and then let's get to work. First off, we need a cyan circle, and cyan, I believe, is blue and green. All right, so that once we get the green actually showing up here, that should make our cyan dye, and then we just simply paint some circles. We'll see if we have one that goes straight, and then one that goes in any rotation direction, and then we just simply stack those together, literally just like that. That should just solve that issue right off the gate. Yep, that was easy. Ta-da, that was pretty simple. And of course, run it into a train and ship it off. Alrighty, that's that task done. Alright, down the line. Targets, we're already getting those. Master Chief Cat Ears, we're already getting those. Next up is the yellow bug. So it looks like we need to stack some diagonal squares in yellow on top of that. And it looks like we already have a place to get squares right here. Just got to rotate and cut this properly. That should be done and dusted on that. Wait, no, that's just full squares. Well, I guess we could paint the squares fully yellow and then run them into the platform, right? Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. We're not wasting paint either way, so. And then if we need more of these for literally any reason, we can just double up our output here. All right, well, that was pretty simple. Now what do we have to do? Stack them together with the other one? That is not supposed to happen. This needs to be rotated 180 degrees. Good thing that I caught that. So that should just work out fine. If it doesn't, we'll obviously have to come back to it, but I think that'll be a-okay. Looks like we also got our target task done, so let's go ahead and get that claimed and sorted out next, because it is further up on the list after all, and we're just going from the top to the bottom at this point, just so I can keep track of everything that's going on. So next up for targets, red needs to be on the right if we're going to do this again. Okay, so these are going on top, so that means red needs to be on the right. Okay. All right, so now hopefully that'll stack properly. Of course, this still needs to go, you know, underneath. Like, what's going on here? So that should be our targets completed. Looks like Master Chief Cat Ears also has been completed. So now we need to paint the circle and the spikes white. Okay, I think that should work. We're gonna have to come check on this in a little bit just to make sure everything's working properly. Right now it's still saying this, but that just got updated to white, and since the white paint hasn't arrived for the spikes yet, that hasn't been updated either. There we go, but now we can just run that back into a train that I completely removed, like so, and then that should be Master Chief with Cat Ears fully done, as well as targets. So this one, the Shapez 2 logo is now updated, so we can go grab that, and we just simply put a pin pusher down as the next step of processing, which is quite simple. So we don't even have to do anything special for that. That should be done now. Wow. And that just went all the way down there, so that's great. Anyways, let's go check in on our, whatever this one was, the yellow bug. What's going on here? Yep, looks like it just has yet to arrive at the train, or a shipment is just about to arrive. Okay, every time. Every time, dude. So now we have to do starting without pins. So it looks like we just stack a diagonal spike on a circle. So we need spikes, circles, crystal, and all 3 colors. Ugh, okay. Well, that's convenient. And we named this task, and we paste in the shape code. And then we get to work. First thing we need to do is we need diagonal spikes, so we can take some spikes over here and run into a diagonalizer. Don't ask me what that means, because I couldn't tell you. I just made it up. And then we simply have to make circles and stack them on top of this, and then we're done for that. And there's our full circles done, and then simply stack these all together. Okay, so now the spikes need to go on the bottom. Let's make sure that they are... yeah, they're not doing that. Spikes go on the bottom. They are in the correct orientation, as you can see. And then the top is good as well. Okay, that one is done. Next up, I guess, should we do our first ever crystals? I suppose we should, but maybe before we do that, let's go claim this operator level ups here. Top 14%. We can go claim the Shapez 2 logo. We'll come back to this one. But why don't we just do the crystals now? I am kind of curious as to how these work. So what do we actually need for this? We need circles. That's literally all we need. So maybe we can go find a place with all the colors and then circles somewhere. Right here looks good. It's got half circles and all the colors. Let's go for this one. Okay, so our first step is we need half circles, which is good because we can get that from here. And we need to fill it in with a crystal. So why don't we go ahead and figure out how this crystallizer actually works here. Crystal generator. Oh dear. Required building for a fully saturated belt of items. 5 belts and 3... Okay, so we need 5 buildings for a full belt of resources. And how many buildings is this? Fluid launcher can... And a fluid launcher can only supply 3 of these? What? Hold on. So, we're just taking a look here. This can run a full 4 belts, but fluid is going to be a problem. The fluid can only do this. So I think we're going to need to have 2 fluid inputs to fully get this to work properly. Interesting. Okay, this is going to be quite weird. I am going to try to fit this on a 1x1 platform because I was challenged by Potato Master. If you watch the E2E series, you'll know about Potato Master. So, yeah, wish me luck on this one. This is going to be quite difficult, I bet. Okay, well, welcome back, everyone. So I got a little frustrated, and I looked it up. And I found a post that said, if anyone posts a 1x1 12x crystallizer, I will burn down a city. I don't even think this is possible. And Potato Master, if you've lied to me and you said this is possible, oh, we're gonna have some problems. I wonder how, I wonder why. I'm giving up on the whole 1x1 idea. Now, I did see a 1x2 is possible, but that also looks to be rather painful, as you can see, if this stupid fluid pipe was on the other side, it would be so much easier. But no, we can't do that. We have to have them on the same side. It's so annoying. I hate everything. I might attempt to do a 1x2 here. Fine, I'll do it. You know, now I can understand that this probably also isn't going to be possible, or, well, no, I bet it's possible. It's just, like, so much work, man. Why would they design it this way? It's so annoying, dude. Oh, yeah! Same side, just to make things so much more complicated. Screw this noise. It needs to have 2 fluid inputs anyway. Why are we wasting time? Put it on a 1x2. Yeah, I don't care. Fluid inputs are going through here, and then our inputs can go from either side. I think that's reasonable. Let's design this one. This is way better. Okay, yeah, there we go. As you can see, that took a very, 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 very long time to do. But we got it eventually. And the thing about this is, though I built it one block off center, as you can see, there's not enough room to actually get the items out. So I had to rebuild the entire thing one block lower. But, I mean, it did help me clean it up a little bit. Okay, so now why don't we go ahead and save this. Okay, and we put the crystallizer in our 3-floor blueprints. Now we need to go test this thing out. We need to go find some kind of... Here we go. Red paint and some shapes. That works. Okay. Now the way these work, I believe you just put 2 pieces of paint in. They take 2 paint inputs because you need that much for these things. Oh, and another thing I should probably mention. It says here I need 5, but it says with equal upgrade 6. Maybe it's because painting is faster than like stacking or cutting or something. I'm not really sure, but that whatever. I just went with 6 because that's what it told me to do, so that's what I did. Okay, anyways, let's grab our mining platform here, and we're just gonna kind of run this in and see what happens, to be honest. Okay, so it looks like paint managed to get everywhere, which is good. And as you can see, I had to kind of do like a fluid launcher setup over here. Yeah, it's getting kind of weird, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. There's nothing to worry about. But at least all the paint went in just fine. So now we gotta wait for shapes to show up. They should be showing up very soon, and then we can actually see this thing in action. So I guess I can go ahead and hide the top here. But while we're waiting, let's go claim all these tasks that just like got completed while we were designing this thing, like target, Master Chief with cat ears, and the Shapes 1 logo's pinned circle, and also the second yellow bug. We're almost at 150 research points, which is good because then we can unlock everything to speed up, like fully, and then I can see if these crystallizers are lying to me or not. But anyways, let's watch this happen. Here we go. Nice. Let's go see if we can see this in HD. No distractions. Boom, crystals. Okay, and it looks like this actually does, in fact, work properly. Okay, well, that was a nightmare to design, but at least it's done. So, hooray. Why did we come over here? Oh, right, we were doing this. Well, why don't we just get this set up now that we're here? I probably shouldn't have... Actually, let's just undo. Because all we need to do is send this into a cutter. Yeah, that's literally it, and that's that done. Okay, wow, I designed this thing and then tested it in the place it needed to be. That's actually kind of funny. Huh. There goes the half circles. They'll run into here, get crystallized, and then sent off into the correct place, I suppose. So let's grab a train station. And then we can... You know what? This train is going to be white because I'm just coloring the trains however I please. Anyways... This is going to go straight in, and we are going to cry every time we have to do literally anything that involves a crystallizer. Also, I probably should set up the train line for the south here. I never actually did that. And then since this line is literally right next to the actual input line, we can just run it in like that. And that is our first crystal shape. And it isn't even the milestone. It's the side task. Yeah, that was kind of sketchy. But hey, you know what? We were designing it over here anyways. We may as well get it done. Okay, so a couple of other things we need to do. We need to go clean up the area because... we just completed a bunch of things, so targets, we no longer need targets, so honestly, let's just kind of, you know, bye-bye. Oh my god. Oh my god, I thought I crashed the game. And we also don't need Master Chief with cat ears anymore, so you can go as well. I think we should actually work on the main task now. After claiming all of the operator levels we get. Top 11%, look at that, dude. Now, hang on just a minute here. All of these are 13, 15, 16, 10, and this one's 4? Oh. Yeah, I think we need to fix that. Okay, yeah, that should be fixed. We had to put blue in there and not red. I'm an idiot. Now we can work on our main task. Okay, we need to find circles and squares, and that's all that we need theoretically. The real question is, how do you get this? Because can't you, like, not stack on top of crystals? I guess we'll get there when we get there. Let's just get these two. We need circles, all 3 colors, and some squares. Let's go find that. That should be pretty easy. I mean, circles and squares are pretty common, you know. Well, I think we got something right here. We can maybe get the circles from here, and we can get the squares from here. We're not going to need that many squares, so we only have to mine this twice. Or we just get it from here. Yeah, we could do that. I don't really know, but it should be pretty simple. All right, let's get to work. Circles first, so let's get those processed from here. Hey, would you look at that? Full circles acquired. Yep, basically mine 2 things, rotate it once, cut the other half off, put together. We've done this so many times, it's not even funny. Do we need to pin these white ones first? We do. Okay, so we need to put a pin pusher down. And then we need to paint them white, so we gotta go make some white paint. Okay, that should be pretty simple. We got all the colors in here, we just need to route them over. Probably route it over here, and then the blue over here, make it over here, and then send it that way, just so we can have a little bit of extra space to work with. Okay. Once the paints actually get here, that should be our white paint done. We just gotta run this over, right over to here. And I guess we can just shove it in just like that. Put down our nice painting platform. Bam! And then that should be the painted white pinned circles. Done. Easy enough. Let's send those in with a train. And lucky for us, there's a train line right over here that we can just send it straight into and call it good there. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one as red. And then we'll put down maybe a blue train for the crystallized ones. Okay, well, anyways. All right, so next up we need to make some diagonal squares. Probably just going to use this to make squares, or maybe this. Yeah, let's actually use this, because then we can just do the full processing, and then I don't have to do some weird janky thing. So let's just do that. We've all seen it before. It's technically inefficient because we're wasting squares, but whatever. Not like we need them at this point. We've got plenty to work with. All right, now the real question is, what direction are these? Are they top right, or are they going to be top left? I kind of need to know that before I crystallize them, but I guess we could get our red paint over here. Of course, the red paint has to be all the way over here. Looks like we got this task completed, but I'm going to give it a second to claim. Let's just get everything going over here first. You know, I guess I don't really need to know what they are, because I can wait, because we need to get the crystallizer in. So let's go do that first. Where are you? Crystallizer. Now, if I flip and then rotate this twice, and then flip it again, and then rotate it again. Like this, there we go. So then input goes here, and then the red dye goes up here. But I remember we actually need 2 belts of red. Forgot about that. Okay. And if we line this up perfectly, we should be able to just slam it right in and have crystals completed. Okay. Okay, and it looks like these are in the right place. They don't need to be painted, so I don't know why I'm doing it like that, but since all those should be scattered throughout the painter, we just gotta wait for the red dye to get here, and then that should theoretically be done. So let's send it into a train, forget about it, and then when it doesn't work, come back and fix it. But also, we did complete the first one of our crystal tasks, so we can go ahead and claim that. And now we have to cut this side off. I think I can do that. Let's find out. Does shoving crystals into a half destroyer destroy them? Okay, well, we need to rotate it first, it looks like. All right, don't shatter on me, please. Okay. My half destroyer, it looks like it's just always been like that. Well, that's minorly inconvenient, but it doesn't have any efficiency loss, so I think we're fine. But anyways, that should be fine, and since we don't really need it to be rotated correctly, then we'll just send it in like so. We'll rotate it correct later. I never even put down the milestone waypoint. I should probably do that. This is milestone 9. Wow, I actually think we're almost done. Maybe we could even get this done this episode. Although it is 150 shapes, and there is some other things that I still need to do. I don't know when I want to build an MAM. I do want to build one. I don't know how difficult that's going to be, and I don't know how long it's going to take, so maybe I'll attempt it next episode, or maybe I'll just go into the hard scenario next episode. I'm not really sure. We'll see how long this one ends up going, and if I can complete all these tasks in time. We'll see, but anyways, we have like 200 research points, so let's just like max out production of everything. And now everything is even. So the real question now, if we go over to the crystallizer, does it say 6? It does. Okay, so I did design that correctly. That's good. Looks like red got here, and we do have some crystals. Perfect. All right. well, that's pretty simple. This side hasn't got it yet because the red is taking a little bit to get here because, yeah, we're kind of running it from a faraway land. Well, while there's going on, I guess we can just start running through these. This one we just did. This one, I don't even think we've started yet. No, we haven't because it's not even on the waypoint. No, it's right here. Oh, we have started this. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Am I doing it wrong? Wait, hang on. Did I just never send it into the train? I just never sent it into a train. Oh my god. There's literally a train thing right there, and I just never sent it in. Alright, well that one's done. What about this one? I think I've got this marked out somewhere. No, I don't. We need a full thing of diamonds and all of the colors for that one. That one should be pretty easy to find, so let's go find that real quick. It should be pretty easy to find diamonds, right? Surely. I mean, we got half of them right here in all 3 colors. Yep, this is gonna be it. Alright, there we go. So first off, we need just pinned diamonds. So that should be pretty simple. And boom. Yep, that's literally easy. The easiest setup ever. Yep, and that should just work, right? Oh, didn't even need to look at it. It was just done like that. Okay, and it looks like our white circles are done as well. That we just got a shipment of. This is done. Next up is white spikes. What is the actual task for this? The square one. So right now we just need to paint our spikes white. They're currently yellow, so literally all we have to do is find a blue and then intercept this, basically. Yeah, that's literally it. Okay. And then once the blue arrives, that should turn into white, and we're good. Okay, so that's this one done. Next up is the Shapes logo. Just Shapes, not Shapes 2. Next task, I think what do we need to do? We just need to paint the corners white. Oof, right. We were going to have to redesign this entire thing, weren't we? I love making white dye. It's so fun. Yay, white dye was acquired. Hoorah, hoorah. We got to paint this white. Okay, and then that should be this. All we need to do is send this into another stacker. And again, it doesn't matter the direction because everything should be fine. Okay, next up we need to grab our 180-degree rotator so we can rotate it so the circle is on the left half because that is what we don't want to be here. Okay, and then we need to send this into a 180-degree rotator to get this onto the top, also known as a 90 degrees to the left. And then we send that in and that should be the Shapes 1 logo completed. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that that's good, and then this one is good, this one's good, these are done. We got this logo, which I guess we could do next, and then this, but let's go claim operator levels. And let's go claim all these tasks, just so we know what we're working with next. Okay, I do want to go work on this one next, because it is the priority. I guess this is the one that we haven't worked on. Yeah, we need to get 3 circles and a square. We need to get half circles. That's what we need. Is there a half circle in this place? No. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? I'm just gonna do this the annoying way and the not very minor efficient way and just like stack these together and then just cut a half off. Yeah, I know. Very inefficient shape mining techniques that I'm doing here, but I don't care. All right, get that stacked together. That should be the shape. Now, I don't think it's correctly oriented, so I think we need to rotate it 1 time. Yep, and then all we have to do is stack this on top of that. Yep, you all know the drill by now on the stacking. Stacking is quite simple. Okay, well that's that one done. And I guess we should probably go work on our milestone, but let's get this yellow bug done first. That should be a very simple fix. I guess a simple upgrade. We're not really fixing anything. We gotta paste it over here. This runs in just fine. This we need to add in a pin pusher. And that should be literally everything done. Let's go work on our milestone, but let's claim this first. All we have to do is put a square under that. That's gonna be very simple. We might as well just go do that next just to get that knocked out. Top 9.3%, by the way. We're doing good. Let's go get the milestone done, because that kind of is the priority, right? Plus, we have 150k of the actual milestone to get. That's going to take a little bit, so we're not going to get that going early, so we don't have to sit around and wait, you know? Okay, so next step on our milestone is it looks like it's just stack them together. I don't know if you can do that, though, because I thought stacking things on crystals made them shatter. I guess I could consult the manual. Crystals are fragile and break when falling down. For example, oh, when falling down. Okay, well, I'm not making the crystal fall down. I'm putting something on top of it. So as long as you don't, like, cut in between it or drop it, I think it should be fine. I think this is going to work. I mean, I'm not dropping the crystal. I'm dropping something on the crystal. I'm sure it's going to be fine, right? So let's just hook up the train and assume it's fine. All right, but while we're waiting for the crystals to go here, let's just go knock out that. All we need to do is put a simple square under the spike, and I mean literally we just have to stack this on top of each other twice. All right, yep, that should be just fine. Now this needs to be on the top, so we do need to flip the stacker, and then that should be fine. This goes on top, squares go on the bottom, and then run it into the train. Yep, that was easy, and that should be complete now. Now I think our Shapes 1 logos should be coming in shortly. Everything should be in place, right? Looks to be. So, let's go check in on our milestone now. Is this actually working? Okay, so you can just drop things onto crystals. You just can't drop the crystals themselves. Okay, good to know. That should be pretty simple. So we gotta wait for that to show up. So, this is going. This is going. This is going. This one isn't. Let's go do this one next. Alright, so next step on this, we need to put some green crystals in the corners. Now, I'm pretty sure that's going to be quite simple, as you can just crystallize on top of pins. I think that's actually how that works in general. So all we really need to do is we need to grab a crystallizer and input on the correct side, like that. Those should be going in. Wait, where am I? I am in the wrong place. Oops. Yeah, this is the task we need to do. Okay. Almost got that mixed up. That would have been problematic. Yes, and this is crystallizing. We need 2 things of green. And we send the train line in and just assume it's fine. We'll have to wait for the green to get here, but I have confidence that this is working properly. Okay, so next up, we need to crystallize the blue and stack them on top of each other. But we can't drop crystals, remember, so we're going to have to swap them. So maybe I do need to build a swapping platform. Yeah, we're probably going to have to do that. Okay, well, that's okay. All right, we run blue in like that, and that should crystallize a blue half on this side. It means then we need to rotate this twice, so let's actually just do that real quick. Yeah, we can do that on this platform to make things a lot easier. So we need 12 total belts of swappers. I'm going to have to think about this, but this one is working, so that's fine. Let me just think about how this is actually going to work out, because I'm very lost at the moment. So it's 8 for 4 full belts. 8 times 3 is 24. So we only need 24 swappers. I think I can actually do that. So 24 swappers. Let's just see how much that is here. That's 24 swappers right there. So this is enough to make 12 full belts of swapped stuff. Alrighty, that should theoretically maybe kind of hopefully be the blueprint completed. So my logic behind this is this should make 12 full belts of this. This does need to be tested, but I think we can test that just by looking at the conveyor belts. Because if they're full up here on the output side, then we should be able to, get that to work. Right? That does not look full to me. So I guess we can get a reader. How fast are we actually moving here? 90? Yeah, looks like we're 50%. Okay, so I did in fact build this wrong, but the basis behind this is solid. Yeah, I don't think I could fit any more stackers on here, at least in a nice way. I probably could do it somehow, but I don't think it's gonna be worth doing on a 1x1. So let's just, or a 1x2 even. So let's just bite the bullet and do it in a 2x2. That shouldn't take too long considering I know exactly what to do now. We do have a bunch of tasks building up that are technically done, so I'm kind of wasting some time here, but it's for the blueprint. It's worth it. Ta-da! And there we go. That is a schematic. Let's go ahead and save this as a half swapper platform. Now, I have no idea what happens if you send a full shape into this on each side, so we're just going to call it a half swapper because that's what it was designed for. Okay, this is a 2x2 platform. It is extremely janky. It goes in all sorts of directions. It is a swapper, and of course, 3 platforms. Cool. And we can go ahead and put that into our 3rd floor blueprints here. So now we get to do the fun part of testing this thing, because it hasn't been tested. Oh, it's beautiful, dude. I'm a genius. All right, well, there we go. And that is that milestone done. All of that work just to get a single milestone done. Hi. Okay, that's done. Let's go claim all these tasks and operator levels that we have now. Top 7.6%. Let's go. Okay, let's claim all these tasks. You're done, so we know that worked. That's good. Shapes 1 logo is completed. That thing is also completed. Bug is almost there. We're looking good. All right, so let's go clean this up. I know this is done, so we no longer need you. Let's go get our actual main milestone completed now. That is, again, priority. So, all we need to do for this, since there's already pins under that white circle, we just need to send it into another crystallizer with blue paint. And there's blue paint right here. Ta-da! That should be it, right? Yeah, because that's already a pin, so all we have to do is send a blue crystal into there, and then that should be completed. So, there we go. Let's grab our train station here. Let's make this a blue train. We don't have very many blue trains, so let's go with blue and then run a train line right into there. And that is milestone 9 completed. I think we can go ahead and get through all the rest of these tasks in this episode because that is going to take a while. So let's get started on that. This looks like it isn't working, which is a bit odd considering it should be. So why is this not working? What's going on? Oh yeah, because I connected it wrong. Like an idiot. It is working if I had just plugged it in. Okay, yep, that was stupid. Okay, so that should be done in about a couple minutes. This one, I don't think we've done the red crystals yet. We have not, so let's go ahead and do that. That should be pretty simple considering the red is literally right there. Yep, that was pretty simple. Red's coming in, goes into the crystallizer, crystallizes. Oh wait, what is actually going to happen here? Because this is pinned, right? Yeah, this is pinned. So that's going to work out just fine. I don't even need to worry about that. Cool. Okay, simple enough. This is done, this is done, this is done. Next up is the green one. We need to paint the circles white before we stack them on top of each other, I think. Paint mixing time. Yep, that's pretty easy. That was literally, everything is quite close. So all we have to do, run some green. The green got a little janky just because of the way the aura thingy is set up. Green's going in, blue's going in, it gets mixed together, goes into red, gets mixed into white, gets painted into this. White comes up here, gets pinned, and blah, 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 we're done. Next up, we got to do this little bug here. So you're next, Mr. Bug. What do we have to do over here? We need to stack a circle on top of this. So that should be pretty simple. We just need to cut here, go like this. This needs to be on the bottom, so that is already correct. And we just got to run full circles in over here. There's half circles right here. We can just do a couple mining and stacking operations, and we're good to go. Yep, circles are coming in on the top, and then that should be that complete as well. Ta-da! Let me actually plug the thing in. Gotta not forget to plug it in, because apparently this is not properly plugged in. So that's all the tasks done for now. This crystal one's almost done, like 1 or 2 more shipments and that's done. I should have got this started a long time ago because I feel like we're going to be waiting on this even though I still have tasks to do because yeah, we're gonna be here a while. But hey, maybe we can just like sit here and watch trains go into the void for a little bit as a final hoorah, you know? Or I could try to figure out how the logic works so I could research the MAM or even make one. Do I want to do that? That's going to be so brain intensive and I'm not smart enough for this. Or I could just do the tasks as they're coming in quite quickly now. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we need to stack a pinned circle on top of that. That should be simple enough, right? Surely. Yep, just got to find a nice place to get some pinned circles and this looks like a perfect place right here as there's a half circle. Hey look, pinned circles. That was pretty simple. Wow, who would have thought? And now we just gotta simply stack those on top of the existing crystals, which are over here, looks like. Okay, that should be good. Just gotta wait for the pinned circles to arrive. They should be showing up in a little bit. It is quite far away. So we're gonna consider that good enough. Okay, next up is the Shapes 2 logo. Claim this, and then we have to paint it white, so... Hoorah! More white paint. We love white paint. We love white paint. Yep, that was easy. It wasn't too difficult. You just got to run so many paint pipes everywhere. Man, I really should probably figure out how to do the fluid trains because that would be so much easier. But man, I just cannot be bothered. Okay, there we go. So all of these should be coming in. I don't know what the deal with these two are. These should be working, but I guess we'll just chill for a second. We can go ahead and claim that and get everything else working. So let's see. We need to paint that top circle white. I don't think we actually ever did that, so maybe we need to go check in on that one. I guess that is the next one we need to do, isn't it? Or they just started showing up, and I'm just impatient. Oh, and also, since we have our new milestone 5, and actually, milestone 5 and that it's actually working, we can get rid of the milestone 5 here, just to clean up the area a bit more. That's actually quite nice. Let's go ahead and do that. I totally blanked on doing that. There we go. That is a much cleaner base area. Wow. All right, well, I think everything is working. So I think now we're just going to wait a little bit, and I'm going to look into how all these wire things work, because we are going to need to make some kind of thing that makes all of them, right? Like a multi-shape maker, MAM. We need to make one of those eventually. So let me go look into how this all works here. Okay, so that's how you make them go either front or left. Okay. Simulates rotating a shape clockwise. Oh, God. Okay. I see how this is going to work. So basically, we have to make the shape in a simulation, and then once it's done, we can send the correct wires into the places that actually do the processing. So let's claim this task and forget that ever happened. So what do we have to do now? Can we pin push this entire thing? I feel like that would shatter the crystals. No. That I feel like that should break the crystals, but you know what? We'll take it. Good to know, though. Very good to know. Okay. And now these bugs are also done, so we can claim that. And now all we have to do is paint that top a bit of blue. Okay, that was easy. Bugs should be done in about 14K. This should be good to go. There's one more step after this. This is just not showing up for whatever reason. Oh, because probably there's pins under it? And we haven't done that, have we? No, there's no pins under this. Okay, well that would explain the issue. And what about this? Oh, it's pinned. Why is it pinned there? Okay. Hey, are you pinned? Yes, you are. So why is this not going? Train. It's hooked up, yes. What? Hey, what's up with that? There we go. I was wondering why that was taking so long, but I guess it was just taking so long for whatever reason. Okay, well this one's done. Let's go ahead and claim that. Now all I have to do is get some green. All right, and then we just got to run 2 things of green straight over from here. It should be pretty simple. We just got to run them over. And then that'll be done. Okay. All right, so green should be coming in. That should be getting crystallized, sent over here. Bing bong, and we're good to go. So that should be done. I guess we got some more operator levels to claim here. Yep, looking good. Okay, so next up, I guess we're just chilling, waiting for these to all show up again. And we're only at 38K at 150. That's not so good. Okay. Once you complete the last milestone, the operator level includes a randomized goal. You can, of course, build a new factory for each. We suggest making a make anything maker. Read below. Okay. You can receive the current random shape by placing a global wire receiver and setting the channel to operator shape. Gotcha. Global receiver. Boom. Channel 0. Random operator shape 0. Okay. So now I think what we can do is we can put in a shape analyzer, and I would assume this isn't working because we don't have it unlocked yet. I have no idea what's going on, but anyways, we got some more tasks completed, so let's go do these instead. This should be pinned already, so we just have to put blue, and then we pin it a 3rd time. Okay, so let's just get blue. We don't need to pin it for this milestone or this task, but we are going to need it for the next one. So I guess let's just get the blue and get everything sent over. And all right, so that should make that, because this is already pinned. All we have to do is pump the blue into there, and that should get crystallized just fine. We are kind of running out of space over here, but I would assume that we can just put another pin pusher right here, and then we can run this into another crystallizer. Why don't I just get this set up over here, because we're going to need to do it anyway. And then that can literally just get sent in like that, and then all I have to do is run green in from right here. Yeah, because then that'll get sent into the green crystallizer, and then once this is done, we send a pin pusher in, it gets crystallized green, and then sent in, and that's done. Sweet. Shapes 2 logo is complete, so we can go over to this task and wipe it out. Okay, so next up, this should already be pinned. It is, so all I have to do is send it into a blue crystallizer, and then that one is also completed. And lucky for me, there's blue right here. All right, yep, that should be that completed as well once the blue actually gets here. It shouldn't be too long, and then this should be good to go. I think we did this one. Are we doing that? Yep, it's working. I just didn't plug it in properly. Wow, that's pretty typical, isn't it? Bug's almost done. This we just plugged in. This we just did, and we got everything set up for the next step. And this one we just completed as well. Okay. Well, I guess that's literally it. All right, there is our bugs completed. Awesome. Let's go over there and get rid of this factory. I guess we can also get rid of the waypoint. All right, so these other 3 should be coming in, and now I think I'm just going to speed up time. We can watch all of these come in. I guess we'll go work on this one once it's done, but you guys can see that when it's going on. This will just build up, and in the meantime, I'm going to try to figure out how all of these shape readers work. Because I'm going to try to figure out how to make it an MAM. Maybe next episode, maybe we'll start the hard scenario. I'm going to do it eventually, though. So let's get to cracking on how this all works. Alrighty, here we are about 45 minutes of AFK later. I severely overestimated how long it would take to do the tasks. They didn't take that long, so I had to just sit around and do nothing. But before we claim everything, let's go ahead and take a look at what I did over here, as you saw. I just decided to play around with a little bit of logic, and I think I know how I can make an MAM. So basically what you need to do, you get your code for the shape out of the receiver. Now I just set up a quick little transmitter over here just to mimic the requirement, right? And then you can split this off into multiple different pieces. This is top right, this is top left, and bottom right, which then you can send into, you know, various other places. I rotated everything to be on the same area just to pretend like this was just default shapes coming in. I ignored paint for now because that'll be later. But basically, I used the code for the blue. If there is blue on here, it'll go this way. If there isn't, it'll go down. And then also if there's spikes, it'll go left, because everything that isn't blue is going to go down here. So the circles and the spikes will go down here. So the spikes will go this way, and then the reds will go this way. They get stacked on top of each other properly, and then sent into the vortex. Now, of course, the way that this merger is set up, that there's going to be more blue, so that's why this overflowed. But this does kind of make sense, and I kind of understand how an MAM would actually work. So let's go ahead and get rid of all this garbage because we don't need it. I understand how this works now, so we don't need to have this here. Okay, but that being said, let's go complete everything for the basic scenario. All right, so we can claim task, and if you could get out of the way, task. There are no more tasks to do. We are done. Let's go claim operator level to see exactly where we stand at the end of this. Top 5.6% worldwide at operator level 78 is where we will end this out. So let's go ahead and go over here and claim the final qualification. Boom. Technology briefing. Congratulations, you passed the final qualification. Continue to improve your operator level to compete against other operators. The basic scenario is done. Would you look at that? And now we should also be getting the shape codes for the random operator shapes 0 and 1, which if we want to come back and complete, or, you know, level up our operator level on the basic scenario, we definitely can do so with these. Okay, so next episode, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm either going to start the hard scenario, or I'm going to try to build an MAM probably for the first one, because crystals are going to be more difficult, obviously, but the top one, it looks like it's just shapes. So maybe I will build an MAM for that. Let me know in the comments which one you'd rather see. You want to see me suffer and make an MAM, or would you like to just jump straight into the hard scenario? Alrighty, with that being said, I just went ahead and cleaned up the rest of the tasks, and now all that's left is the milestone shapes. So, with that being said, I think that's going to be it for this episode. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a MAM, or just jump into the hard scenario. But for now, I think I'm just going to look at the portal one last time in the basic scenario. Goodbye.